We all have moments in life when things go wrong, when we fail, when we thought we would succeed, when things no longer feel right anymore, when everything feels like it's out of control. We all have those moments. But it's what we do in those moments that will define our lives. It's whether we react or respond to what's happening that will determine our peace of mind. Most people get lost in what's happening around them or what's happening to them, taken over by the thoughts of what this could mean for the future, depressed, anxious, sad, and angry about how they think the past led them to this. But I'm here to tell you that all of that stuff is a distraction to what really matters. Getting lost in these thoughts and trying to figure out why things are happening is just going to make you crazy. But it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to be willing to take the steps. And the first step is both the simplest and the hardest for many people. When faced with chaos, you have to pause. Take a moment. I know that when it's an emergency that it can feel like you have to do something right now. But that is just a thought. That isn't what is really happening. Whether that moment is a second or it's minutes depends on the circumstances. But there is always a moment, and you have to take that moment. You have to pause. Because when you pause, you give yourself time to let your thoughts quiet down. You give yourself the opportunity to relax. You give yourself the chance to see things clearly, which brings us to the second step to controlling any problem. You must accept the situation as it is. If you cannot accept that what is happening, if you spend your time trying to figure out how you could have prevented this, if you spend your time trying to figure out why it happened in the first place, if you spend your time, anytime, ignoring the reality of the situation for what it is, you waste your time and you confuse your mind. It is only in accepting that you can't stop something from happening once it's already happening, any more than you can stop yourself from falling once you've begun falling, that you can actually deal with the problem. Because when you accept the problem without wishing it to be different, without giving it meaning or definition, and then simply see it objectively for what it is, you're then able to take the third step to solving any problem, and that is to assess the situation clearly. With as clear of a mind as possible. You need to look at what has happened, look at what is happening, and look at what needs to be done and what you can do about it in that moment. Because now is all you have. If you paused and let your thoughts go, then accepted the situation for what it is, assessment becomes very easy. Because it becomes an objective view, without emotion, without feeling, without a story, just what it is. And as you see a problem clearly for what it is and what is happening, you can take the final step to handling any problem, and that is to respond to what is actually happening. By responding, you take each of the previous steps, pausing and allowing your emotions to pass, accepting the situation for what it is, assessing it in an objective way, thus allowing you to take a targeted and precise action to get the best result possible. Chaos is always around the corner. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you will face problems in life that will need you to take action. Sometimes it will be quickly and immediately. Other times, it will give you time to figure it out. But anytime, you can use these 4 steps to face the problems with grace and certainty. Just remember, pause for a moment and let your thoughts go. Accept the situation for what it is. Assess it so you see it clearly, and then respond to it in any way that you can to handle the problem. Taking just a few seconds to a few minutes before dealing with a problem can change everything about that problem and can be the difference between dealing with a problem and turning a problem into a crisis. And that can be the difference from living in chaos to living in peace.